Hello, my name is Andre Brown, and welcome to Footballfanbox, a show that puts a fun and positive spotlight on fans and sports in Las Vegas. This week's show, we'll be bringing you highlights from last week's high school football games and predictions for the next week. Another segment of our show is Say It If You Mean It, which allows our fans to give positive acknowledgement to their fellow Las Vegas compadres. We also have the point spread, which gives our fans a chance to give you their picks for the upcoming NFL games. Good luck. And last but not least, fantasy football. Our gurus Bill and Sean break down matchups for this week's NFL games, and they will give you some tools to win. Now, as I promised, local highlights of last week's high school football games. Hello there, TV land, and welcome back. The next part of this show is tough for me, but competition is the reason why this country is the best in the world. You're not born the president of the United States. You have to get out there, campaign, spend money, and kiss the right babies to achieve that office. But in sports, regardless of what people think of you or what tax bracket you were born into, it's up to you to attain that victory. This is Footballfanbox's Picks of the Week.
Before we get into Picks of the Week, the coverage you're going to be watching are from this last week's football game of Bishop Norman and Centennial High School, where Centennial High School emerged victorious 13-7. We also have added coverage of the JV game and the freshman game, with the highlights of Henderson Cowboys versus the TMT Elite. This is Footballfanbox's Picks of the Week. We have Coronado over Silverado. Sports Leadership and Management opens their season with a win over Lake Mead Academy. Cheyenne, Virgin Valley, and Green Valley decide they want to be 4-0, and so it happens. Las Vegas goes to 3-0 with a victory over Palo Verde. Calvary Chapel Christian opens their season with a win over GV Christian. Round Mountain says no thank you to going 0-3, while Basic says hello and goes 2-0. Spring Valley and Mojave will not go 0-3 and both get their victories this week. IMG goes 3-0 with a victory over Liberty. Rancho says hello to another win. Sunrise Mountain finds a way to get the job done. Foothill and Durango continue to see their season go in opposite directions. Chandler finds his space and gets a victory. Desert Pine gets a win and goes 2-0. Arbor View, Trona both grab victories this week. Footballfanbox would like to say good luck to the participating schools and may everyone make it through injury-free. Let's make this season the best year ever.
Good morning, Las Vegas, and welcome to the 2018 edition of Footballfanbox Fantasy Football. This year, we're going to highlight the first ever, one-of-a-kind, televised King of Las Vegas Fantasy Football Contest. And to tell you more about that, here's Sean.
That's right, Bill. It's going to be a great season. We're going to have 12-team leagues. Each league winner is going to move on to the tournament, where each week throughout the tournament, roughly 50% will move on until they get to week 16, where you're going to have 10 teams playing for all the money. Now, I should mention a special thanks to Fantrax for running the tournament.
Oh, that sounds great, Sean. But hey, enough of this stuff. Let's get into some of these matchups.
I agree. That sounds good. Why don't we start with yours?
Mine? All right, let's do it.
Let's see what we can do.
All right, Sean, let's get into it.
Let's go.
All right, we got my team, Philly, Super Bowl champs, against Major X.
Major X.
All right, first position, quarterback, Deshaun Watson, Tom Brady. What do you think?
I like Brady in this one. It's not a big edge, but I think Brady, is Mr. Reliable. He's been there. He's done it. You know what he's about. Watson did have a big showing for the brief amount of time he was in the league last season before he got injured. I'm not sure he can sustain that, and then there's always the injury, chance. Now, for 1 week, you're not counting on the injury, but I think overall, I'm gonna go with Brady on this one.
Going with Brady? All right. Well, it is my team, so I got to go with Deshaun Watson. I think coming off that injury, he's itching to get back in it. There's a lot of off-season stuff going on with New England this year. I don't know what kind of frame of mind he's in. He's getting old. What is he, 72?
72 going on, I don't know.
I mean, but he is Tom Brady, so right. you never know. Okay, let's go with the running backs.
Yeah, running backs, I mean, you've got Kamara right there alone with him more or less with the backfield to himself this week and for the next few after that. I mean, he's going to get you. I mean, he should get you just a ton of points, by him, by himself. But, Elliott and Collins, that's a pretty good backfield too. But I'm going to give you the edge with Kamara on this one.
I got to agree there. Alvin Kamara, guys, 6th pick. Can you believe that? So they let him go to the 6th pick. If you haven't drafted yet, don't let Kamara go to the 6th pick. All right, he's too valuable. He's got to be the top 4.
If he produces like he did last season, he's a top 3 pick.
Oh, without a doubt. And then you got he's running solo.
Yeah.
For what, the first 4 games?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, guys, jump on Kamara early. All right. Now we got wide receivers. I love my wide receivers.
Yeah, they are strong. Yeah, those again, in my viewpoint, Hilton is a number 1 wide receiver. He isn't always being drafted in that position, but he's a number 1 wide receiver. So you've got 2 stud wide receivers. Sanders and Woods are both good, but to me, those are both, number 2 receivers. So you got 2 number 1s versus his 2 number 2s. You've got the advantage there for sure.
I got to agree. Unfortunately, I got to give the edge tight end to my man, Major X.
Yeah.
All right. Jimmy Graham, I expect him to have a huge season there in Green Bay. Working with Aaron Rodgers, I think they're just going to boom, 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 down the field all day. He's so big and strong, runs great routes. Jack Doyle, he's going to give me some good games, but he's not going to be Jimmy Graham. I think Jimmy Graham has the potential to be the number 1 tight end this year.
Yeah, he's definitely got potential. I think a lot of people look at that Green Bay offense and they say, they don't use a tight end, but they haven't had a Jimmy Graham in a while. Now, if he isn't all washed up and done, they could definitely produce there. Doyle, I agree. I mean, he's clearly not as good as Jimmy Graham. I think you also have Ebron sneaking in there that's going to take some of his touches away too. So he's got the edge on the Graham here. Major's got you with Jimmy.
I agree. Yeah. All right, now we got everybody's favorite kickers and defense.
Well, we got to get we got the flex position.
Oh,
in there. We got to talk
let's
to
not
first,
forget the flex position. All right.
But we got. Although we do have another tight end with Major X's flex position, I see there.
Yeah,
but we got so Njoku and Anderson. I think Njoku's a sneaky play this year. I like him. I know I've drafted him in several of my personal leagues that I do, my home leagues that I have with all my buddies. But yeah, I like Njoku, and I think he's going to surprise a little bit this year. I think that whole team might surprise a little bit this year.
Yeah, I agree. I think Cleveland's an up-and-coming team. They've made some great moves. If they can get over that curse, Cleveland, get over it. All right? Enough's enough. It's time to win some football games. You've got the talent. Go out and win some games. And Njoku, I agree. I've tried in my different leagues, different drafts to get him. I wasn't fortunate enough to get him in any of my leagues, but he was on my radar.
Yeah.
All right. He's an up-and-coming player. Definitely a force to be reckoned with, not only this year, years to come. Yeah. Robbie Anderson, I love Robbie Anderson, Temple guy. And he's good for 40, 50, 60-yard touchdown pass receptions. The only problem is that's where he bottoms out.
Yeah. And if he doesn't get those,
yeah,
he could give you a bagel on any given week.
You get the bagel, absolutely, absolutely. It's definitely hit and miss with him.
Yeah.
He got hurt at the end of the season, missed the end of the season, but he was strong finish up until that point. So I'm hoping, at least to start this season, that he picks right back up where he left off.
You swayed my opinion a little bit on that one. I think maybe Anderson and Njoku's a little bit more even when I first thought, but yeah, that's a good little edge to Njoku, I think. I got to stick with my guns on that one.
All right, fair enough.
You get into the kickers, to me, it's kind of hard to, you flip a coin. Who knows which one's going to outscore in any given week? The game script just, makes a big difference, who does what. If I had to say, yeah, I'll give a little edge to Prater. But you know what, that's a tough one to call. You never know.
Yeah, I agree. Kickers are a dime a dozen. You're going to have your studs out there that on high-scoring teams, they're very accurate. They're the ones that you're going to scoop up early. But after the first 3 or 4, it's just throw a dart at the wall, pick a kicker.
That's why you pick them in the last pick, right?
Exactly.
You wait till the last pick or two, and that's it. Yeah. And you got the defenses. What do you think about those? Defense.
All right. You've got New Orleans against Tampa Bay, New England against Houston. All right. New Orleans, I think, is just going to manhandle Tampa Bay's offense. Tampa Bay they have nothing to offer.
Yeah.
Their offense is struggling, and I don't see it getting any better this season.
No Winston for the first few weeks.
Yeah. They got the problems there. New England, they're a sneaky defense. It seems as if they're in a low scoring game, their defense is stellar. They get themselves into a little bit of a shootout. It's they're a hard defense to nail down for me.
Right. One thing about New England, I think if for all of you that may not have drafted yet, New England's a little bit of a sneaky choice this week too, because they get Buffalo twice this season, and in Week 16, guess who they have? They have Buffalo. So in the finals, when it really counts, you got New England versus Buffalo. So I do like that defense from that perspective. So overall, I think I like your team this week. I think it's a strong team. I think they're both pretty good teams. But I'm going to give you the edge, and not just because you're standing right in front of me.
Well, I appreciate that, Sean. But I got to agree. I think Philly takes it this week over Major X. Good luck, Major X. But sorry, I don't think you're going to pull one out this week.
And there you have it.
All right.
Week 1 breakdown.
Very good.
Until next week.
Let's take it back to Andre.
All right.
This is Footballfanbox's highlights of the week. Remember, these kids are playing their hearts out. Any chance you get to come out and support the youth, please do it. We have the long TD runs, key blocks, and tons of heart. In the coming weeks, we will be bringing you the best young football talent in the country, and they all play in Vegas, baby. Enjoy the rest of the highlights and get ready for a great season.
welcome back. In the next couple of weeks, people are going to be asking you, what exactly is Footballfanbox? And you are going to tell them, Footballfanbox is the city of Las Vegas coming together as a family through the sport of football to celebrate, participate, and passionately cheer on one another as well as our favorite teams. That's Footballfanbox. Now it's time for our next segment. Say it if you mean it.
I'd like to give a special thank you to our men and women of the armed forces. You guys don't get enough credit for all the things you do, keeping us safe every day. So thank you and stay safe.
And I'd like to throw a special thank you out there to all the teachers in the Valley. You do a lot for the kids and don't always get recognition that I think you deserve, so thank you very much for what you do.